it's just all been in the like I can't even. It's hard to keep track of all of these attacks and threats of violence on us, and they still have the nerve to say that we're the problem. It's crazy. This is like the biggest gaslighting operation that I have ever seen. What has been happening in the last several years, where they are hunting us down and then telling us we're the problem. Like, it is nuts. And so you know that it's so crazy and so bad and so pervasive because even fake news CNN has started to be like, oh, crap. So it turns out this Dallas ICE facility, those of you who are listening on podcast, I'm reading a CNN headline. Dallas ICE facility shooting is among at least 4 attacks or threats on ICE or Border Patrol locations in Texas this year. How badly, Stephen, do you think that it pained whoever wrote that CNN article that they had to acknowledge that fact?
It certainly wasn't easy for them.
Like, I envision them just like, I gotta type it because it's true and I can't overlook it anymore. I'm sure it pained them, but that's how pervasive it is. Even CNN is calling it out. This is the same facility that faced a bomb threat just last month. 10 people shot up another Texas facility in July. There was the shootout in McAllen down by the border in July. And I want to play the acting field office director for ICE in Dallas calling out this leftist violence. It's only going one way, guys.
This is the second time I've had to stand in front of you and talk about a shooter at one of my facilities. And I think that the takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop. There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing acts of violence against ICE employees. So that's kind of all I have for today, is that it's just got to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives.
I mean, again, we are being gaslit to extreme levels because everyone is seeing with their own eyeballs. We're all seeing which direction this is going. And I agree, it does need to stop. But the problem is that the same very people who are whipping everyone up into this frenzy are the people who will turn around in the same breath. They want to say, let's bring down the temperature. But by the way, why are white Christian men so bad? Like, it is crazy to me. The very same people who are literally dehumanizing us so they can demonize us so that what comes next is justified are the people who you know what? Let's just play Hillary Clinton on MSNBC this morning. You'll notice something very interesting about what she says in one breath and then immediately goes to.
We have got to stop demonizing each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I think most of that right now in our country's history is coming, from the right.
What? She's like, we've got to start demonizing each other. But by the way, why is it everyone from the right who is who's causing all of this? Okay, well, let's look at, Exhibit A of Democrats demonizing ICE agents, the very same government entity that just got shot at today. Gavin Newsom, he just signed a law like 2 days ago to stop ICE agents from being able to wear masks, and then he mocked them while doing it.
ICE, unmask. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they've been pretty clear. Tom Homan has been pretty clear when the topic of masks has come up. He's like, yeah, they're wearing masks for their protection because you guys are whipping everyone else into a frenzy and they have credible threats on their lives. And they don't want all of these crazies to know who they are because then they will go and dox them and their families, and it puts their families at risk. Like, we've been really clear on that. By the way, it is so cute that now Gavin Newsom is like, unmask yourself. Like, he wasn't forcing people to wear masks for like 4 years of their lives and mask their children. And now he's like, we can't have masks. Then we won't know who people are. But this guy is going around saying the things that he's saying about people who are just following the law, who are just making sure we have law and order in this country, which, remember, Americans voted for. We all went to the ballot box in November and we said, we don't like this crazy immigration policy. We don't want illegal criminals on the streets. We want the man who's saying he's going to do this to come in and do it. And now Gavin Newsom is trying to make it sound like this is something that it just isn't. And I want to play him. This was literally just last night. Gavin Newsom on Stephen Colbert's show that apparently is still in existence, but not for long.
That's happening in the United States of America. Masked men jumping out of unmarked cars, people disappearing, no due process, no oversight, zero accountability, happening in the United States of America today. People ask, well, is authoritarianism, you're being hyperbolic? Bull, we're being hyperbolic.
People disappearing? Masked men coming out of unmarked vans and grabbing people. Oh, they're disappearing. I mean, should we even be surprised that this is happening? That ICE facilities are being shot at? This is what they're hearing. And it's not just Gavin Newsom. This is what they're hearing from all of their leaders over and over and over again, from multiple, numerous, high-ranking Democrats all the way down to rank and file. This is what they're hearing.
When I see ICE, I see slave patrols.
To reject Donald Trump's fascism, to stop mass ICE agents from deporting our neighbors, and to govern our city as a model for the Democratic Party.
Donald Trump's modern-day Gestapo is scooping folks up off the streets. They're in unmarked vans, wearing masks, being shipped off to foreign torture dungeons. No chance to mount a defense, not even a chance to kiss a loved one goodbye. Just grabbed up by masked agents, shoved into those vans, and disappeared.
It is so crazy to me that these people are simping for all of these illegal criminals. Like, yeah, we handle them the same way that you would handle, like, if you had another criminal that was on the streets that had a warrant out for his or her arrest, you wouldn't be like, oh, do you need a ride home so you can go kiss your loved one goodbye before you go to jail? That's not ever been a thing that we did. But now all of a sudden, in Donald Trump's second term, it is a Gestapo to take criminals to jail. Like, it is unbelievable what they are doing, what they are saying. They know this, though. They know what they are saying, what it is going to do, and what it is going to incite. They know it. They just do it anyway. Oh, by the way, what was that Hillary Clinton said again?
We have got to stop demonizing each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I think most of that right now in our country's history is coming, from the right.
It's all intentional. It's all by design. It's all by design. So, I mean, listen, there need to be serious ramifications for these lawmakers who are going on and spewing this stuff. And I don't mean, by the way, I don't mean any sort of acts of violence, because that's not what we're about. That's not what we're about. And I will always be very clear on that. You know who else will be clear on that? Is Vice President J.D. Vance, who had something to say on all of these ICE attacks.
You don't have to agree with my immigration policies. You don't have to agree with Donald Trump's immigration policies. But if your political rhetoric encourages violence against our law enforcement, you can go straight to hell, and you have no place in the political conversation of the United States of America.
Amen. Amen. We should be very, very clear on this. This should not be a controversial thing to say. The left should not have to worry that they're going to like lose their job or lose their friends or not get invited to Thanksgiving if they say, hey, guys, we should stop killing people. But that's what their party has become. That's what their party has become. Now the conversation is about Antifa. Guess what, guys? I know as much as Dan Goldman, Representative Dan Goldman, Democrat, who wants to say there's name one member of Antifa. Name one member of Antifa. Come on. Because Donald Trump is trying to say anyone who dissents is a domestic terrorist. Name one member of Antifa. I don't know, Dan. Go to the streets with me when I'm out there trying to root out all of this evilness that's happening in front of children in the name of the trans ideology. I've stood face to face with these guys. And you're trying to act like they don't exist? Of course they exist. We've seen them. We all know they exist. How about in 2019, whenever you had that Antifa member who tried to firebomb an ICE facility in Washington State? I mean, I could rattle off. I wish I had Andy No on the phone so I could rattle off with him all of the different ways that self-identified Antifa members have been wreaking havoc and violence on this country. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. They'd rather gaslight you instead. But you know what? That's why you watch this show. That's why you watch this show, because you're not going to be gaslit here. I'm seeing what you're seeing, and it needs to be called out. What do you think is going to happen if you constantly call President Trump Hitler? ICE agents are the Gestapo. We are all fascists. And Antifa's the good guys, I guess. This is dangerous. This is really, really, really dangerous stuff. And I really hope this administration is prepared to tackle it. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.